Hello my dear student, welcome back to one more video. And in today's video we are going to study about preparation of aldehydes. In previous class we studied nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones. Then we have studied some common reactions which we are using to prepare aldehydes and ketones. Now specifically here we are studying preparation of aldehydes. Now here if you can see this side, here I have mentioned that how aldehydes can be prepared. Mainly aldehydes can be prepared with these three methods. So first one is from acyl chloride, second one is from nitriles and esters, and third one is from hydrocarbons. Okay, so again on these three categories I have here written few more points which are actually involved in that particular point. For example, like from acyl chloride. From acyl chloride when we will prepare aldehyde, then that process is actually known as Rosenmund's reduction. So Rosenmund's reduction, so now it is very clear to us that in Rosenmund reaction acyl chloride is converting into aldehyde. Is it clear? And that's why it would be very easy for you to understand. Now in second one, that is from nitriles, we will be studying two main reductions. How nitriles are going to reduce, or how nitriles will reduce to aldehydes, at the same time how esters will reduce to aldehydes. And one of the reaction is also known as Stephan reaction. This Stephan reaction, Rosenmund reaction, see children, all reactions are preparing aldehydes, but the main why they have the different names to that reaction. They have different names to that reaction because of the reagents which they are using to convert it. Okay, so in that one, then one more, this reagent, that is diol H. We are going to study in a detailed manner about diol H as well. Now third preparation is from hydrocarbons, how we are going to prepare aldehydes. So here I have categorized these into three more subparts. So first part is by oxidation of methyl benzene. First of all we are going to do oxidation of methyl benzene to convert it into aldehyde. Under that two more sub points are there. For doing this oxidation, either we will be using chromyl chloride or chromic oxide, and if when we are using chromyl chloride, this reaction is known as Itard reaction, and this one, so that in detailed manner I am going to explain in today's class. Now second one, see children, second one is side chain chlorination. Now in side chain chlorination we can see that how these hydrocarbons can be converted into aldehydes, and last one is Gattermann and Koch reaction. Now let's start one by one and we will study a complete preparation of aldehydes. And student, these reactions are going to be asked in conversion, how this can be converted into another one. For that purpose, with the help of this type of key points or checkpoints, we can easily memorize all the reactions. Okay, now let's start with first. And what is first? First is from acyl chloride we are preparing. We are preparing it from acyl chloride. Now acyl chloride, in previous class we studied that how acyl chloride can be formed. As we know that this is C double bond O carbonyl group. Here it should be Cl, and here I am taking it as a CH3. It means CH3COCl. Okay, so when this CH3COCl, which is a acyl chloride, reacts with, when this acyl chloride reacts with, or reduction occurs. Reduction, it means addition of H2 in the presence of palladium and BaSO4. This is the main reagent for Rosenmund's reduction. So in this reduction we are adding H2 to acyl group, that is acyl chloride, in the presence of palladium and BaSO4, and this acyl chloride will convert it into, say one example here, as we know that this group will convert it into CHO, and this will be as a CH3. Okay, one more example I'll take here, and so we can take another example of it, and in that example I am taking it as a benzoyl chloride. This is acyl, it means benzoyl chloride. So when benzyl, reduction of benzyl chloride will be there in the presence of palladium and BaSO4, as we know that. So what will be the change? As we know that complete acyl group will convert it into aldehyde. So benzene ring would be as it is, and here we can get it as a aldehyde, and this is known as benzaldehyde. This is known as benzaldehyde. So student, in this way this reaction is known as Rosenmund's reaction. This is what is the name of this reaction? This reaction is known as Rosenmund's reaction. So this reagent we need to keep in mind. Okay, now let's start with second preparation, and that one is from nitriles and from esters. How can we convert, how can we reduce nitriles to esters? So first reaction, as here it is given, from nitriles and esters I am taking, esters, and first reaction here it is given, that one is Stephan reaction. Now in Stephan reaction one thing is very clear, and what is that? And that thing is we are converting, here we are converting nitriles group, it means nitrile group, it means CN group. So we are converting nitrile group directly to aldehyde, and that reaction is known as Stephan reaction. Now here if I'll write it as a RCN, is directly converting it into RCHO. So it means nitrile, this nitrile group is converting into CHO. Now specifically here we need to write what reagents we can use, and we can say it as a Stephan reaction. And for this Stephan reaction we needed to use as the SnCl2 in the presence of HCl, or this reaction we can write in this way. If I have CH3 CH2CN plus SnCl2 in the presence of HCl, only which group will, let me tell you with a different pen. Here I will tell you in this way as, so SnCl2, it will only this group will convert, and when this group will convert, so it will convert it into CH3 CH2 CHO, and not only SnCl2 and HCl, we need hydrolysis also, hydrolysis. So intermediate product is also forming, but if you are not even writing the intermediate product, that's no problem. So directly also we can write this reaction, or simply if I want to write, I can write this reaction in this way as like SnCl2 plus HCl, this is the first one, and second one which I am going to use is H2O. In this way we can write this as this reaction, and we can convert nitrile group directly to aldehyde. Similarly we have esters also, or another nitriles also. If we have another nitrile, with the help of this dibyl H, we can convert RCN group to RCHO. It means nitrile group directly to aldehyde with the help of dibyl H. With the help of dibyl H easily we can convert. Now let's see that what is the full form of this dibyl H. Dibyl H, it means what? Diisobutyl aluminium hydride. No need to by heart the formula of it, simply you can keep in mind as a dibyl H. So Stephan reaction, in Stephan reaction what all reagents are required? SnCl2 plus HCl, at the same time we need hydrolysis also, H3O positive, or simply you can write it as a H2 also. So first condition is this one, and second condition is this one, and this is the first one. In second what we are saying, that only RCN, no, and whatever the alkyl group is attached to it, that alkyl group won't be changing. Here I am giving one example like CH3 CH double bond CH CH2CN. If we have this group and I am using it as a dibyl H, if I am using this dibyl H, it means only CN group will get changed and we can get product as CH3, CH double bond CH, CH3. If the valency is completed, yes. So in this way here it would be CH3, CH double bond CH and CH2, and here in place of CN there would be CHO, CH2, CHO. So here in this what we have studied, with the help of dibel H we can convert nitriles directly to the aldehyde. Now let's take one example for esters also. Student, I hope you all are understanding, and specifically you need to keep in mind all these reagents for doing the reaction. So in dibel H, as we have studied that which group is esters are going to reduce to aldehyde, right? Now if I am taking esters, I am taking, so esters it means R C double bond O O R dash, right? So in the presence of dibel H, diisobutyl aluminium hydride, so in the presence of this dibel H, this will convert it into, this esters will convert it into aldehyde. So here it will be converted into aldehyde, right? Okay, let me take one example here. Now let me take one example here. If I have CH3, CH2, C double bond O, OCH3 in the presence of dibel H, at the same time hydrolysis, without hydrolysis we cannot add this one, so here we will be writing in this way, hydrolysis. So which group will get converted? This group will get converted into aldehyde and we can get it as a CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, C double bond O and H. So in this way we can convert esters to aldehyde, So student, I hope you understood this. Now let's start with third one, that is from hydrocarbons. Now from hydrocarbons, first one is by oxidation of methyl benzene, and this reaction is known as Itard reaction. This reaction is known as Itard reaction. Now let's see that Itard reaction means what all things we are going to use. So first, as we know that we have chromyl chloride and with the help of methyl benzene. So here I am taking methyl benzene, that is CH3. It is what? It is methyl benzene. Now methyl benzene when reacts with chromyl chloride, that is CrO2Cl2. So when it will react with this in the presence of CS2, so there will be formation of one chromium complex. How this chromium complex is forming? Let's see. Here as we know that CH3, so they are forming this chromium complex. In this way I will be writing this here, chromium complex. I will be showing in this way. Okay, chromium complex here. They are forming CH in bracket O CrOHCl2. In this way they are forming the chromium complex, and on hydrolysis again this can convert it into, on hydrolysis, this chromium complex. What is this? This one is chromium complex. So this chromium complex can convert it into CHO, and that one is benzaldehyde. Now if you don't want to write the chromium complex which is formed in between, so simply rather than going for that reaction, simply we will say that what is Itard reaction? Itard reaction is that reaction in which methyl benzene, which is also known as toluene, is reacting with CrO2Cl2 in the presence of CS2, and second condition is what? On hydrolysis it will convert directly into aldehyde, and this is Itard reaction. Okay, so now next one is use of chromic oxide. Now how with the help of chromic oxide this methyl benzene can be converted into aldehyde? Let's see. So here we are talking about use of chromic oxide. So next one is use of chromic oxide. Now let's see that if I have in this way, and the name is methyl benzene, or you know that it's a toluene. So for converting toluene to aldehyde, you can use the first method or the second method. And if you are using chromic oxide for that, in the presence of acetic anhydride and on hydrolysis. So see 2-3 here again intermediate formation is there, but when you will study this one it would be very difficult to memorize all the things. So we will keep in mind in this way, as it will react with chromic oxide, it means CrO. So students, see how can we convert methyl benzene into aldehyde, and for this one we are using this as a for converting it into aldehyde. I am using this one. First one is chromic oxide I am using. At the same time I am using it as a acid anhydride. On heating and hydrolysis it can convert it into aldehyde group. When you will study this from NCERT, they have formed intermediate also in between, but if you are putting all the reagents in between, then there is no need of writing intermediate in between. If you want to do the conversion of toluene to benzaldehyde, you can do by this method also. And now let's see the second one, and that one is side chain. What is this? Side chain chlorination. So side chain chlorination, what does it means? It means if you are doing chlorination, in chlorination it means if we again let's see we have this toluene we have. When we are doing side chain chlorination, Cl2 in the presence of sunlight, then first of all it will replace one hydrogen. Yes, it will replace one hydrogen, so CH2Cl. On further hydrolysis it can convert it into aldehyde. So next one is side chain chlorination. Now in this side chain chlorination again we are taking toluene. Then toluene, when it reacts with CH2, when it is react with chlorine in the presence of sunlight, it can form this product also. One more chlorine will react and it can convert it into another, and we can get this product also. On hydrolysis we get aldehyde. So student, here you have observed this many methods we have studied. These all the three methods we have studied only for conversion of aldehyde, only for conversion of toluene, that is methyl benzene, to aldehyde. And now let's see last reaction of it. Let's see last reaction of this preparation, and this last reaction is by Gattermann and Koch reaction. It is known as Gattermann and Koch reaction, by Gattermann and Koch reaction. And in this by Gattermann and Koch reaction, we can observe that, so in Gattermann and Koch reaction, if we have a simple benzene with us, so in simple benzene can also be converted into aldehyde. In this way it can convert it into aldehyde in the presence of carbon monoxide and HCl. At the same time we are using anhydrous AlCl3. This is very easy reaction and the reagents are also very easy. So in this one what we are converting? We are converting benzene directly to benzaldehyde. So student, it seems to be very difficult, but when you will make a flowchart of it, it would be easy to understand all the reactions which we have covered in today's class. And I hope you all understood this and you are going to do the practice from NCERT. Thank you students and have a good day ahead.